Hola clase. Today we're going to talk about indirect object pronouns. So let's first talk about what indirect objects are. The indirect object answers the question to whom or for whom. If you've already watched our direct object pronouns video, you understand that direct objects answer the question what or who. For example, you buy what? The cake. So the cake is your direct object. But when we take that a step further and ask the question the cake is to whom or for whom, we get into our indirect object. So your friend is our indirect object. And in Espanol, that's tú compras el pastel para tu amigo. Number 2, we have we read books. So which one of those words is the direct object? What is being read? The books. Very good. And the books are to whom or for whom? They're to the students. So, los estudiantes is our indirect object. Nosotros leemos libros a los estudiantes. And then the third one, she has a dog for her mother. She has a what? A dog. So the dog's the direct object. And it's for whom? It's for her mother. So her mother is the indirect object. Very good. Ella tiene un perro para su madre. So let's talk about what pronouns are. Pronouns are words that replace regular nouns. So while the underlined words here are the indirect objects, our indirect object pronouns are me, te, le, nos, and les. So me would take the place of the word me if I was the indirect object. Te would replace the word you. Le replaces any singular noun. It's gender neutral. It can be masculine or feminine. For example, cat would be something that le could take the place of. Nos replaces the word we, and les replaces any plural noun. Alright, so that could be cats, would be replaced with the word les. Let's talk about how to utilize these. First off, I took our same examples, and I just added the indirect object pronoun to this sentence so you can get an idea of what that looks like. Furthermore, they do this a lot in Spanish. You're going to have to get used to seeing this extra indirect object pronoun placed in the sentence even when it's not necessary. So let's talk about that. Alright, before, if you take out the le, that was our first example. You buy the cake for your friend. Your friend needs to be replaced or matched up with an indirect object pronoun. So would it be me, te, le, nos, or les? It would use le since it's singular. And so you had tú le compras. Just like with our direct object pronouns, it always has to come before the verb. Now, is there going to be a time where we can take out para tu amigo? You bet. But we'll talk about that next. Let's go ahead and put in the rest of our indirect object pronouns. Example 2. We read books to the students. So students, if we need to match it with an indirect object pronoun, would be les, because they're plural. So we have nosotros les leemos libros a los estudiantes. Number 3, she has a dog for her mother. Her mother, again, is the IOP. If you have to match it with one of those indirect object pronouns, you would match it with le. And then they talk to us. This is an extra example I wanted to give you here. We would be matched with nos. So ellos nos hablan a nosotros. So again, in Spanish, you're going to see this a lot. You're just going to have an extra indirect object pronoun placed in a sentence, even when it doesn't seem necessary. So I wanted you to be aware of that. But you can use indirect object pronouns to make your sentences shorter and simpler. So our first example, we had you buy the cake for your friend. We can take out para tu amigo since we do have our indirect object pronoun here. So tú le compras el pastel now is understood to say you buy the cake for him or for her. Number 2, we read the books to the students. We can take out a los estudiantes, replace it with les, and now we're saying we read the books to them. Number 3, she has a dog for her mom. We can take out para su madre, replace that with le, and now you're saying she has a dog for her. And finally, ellos nos hablan a nosotros. We can take out that a nosotros, replace it with nos, and that means they are talking to us.